It was the month of December, and out on the lake, not a creature was stirring, not even a snake. Spinner baits were a-spinning and buzzers a-buzzing. The bite was so bad, Joe turned to his cousin. "Man, we gotta catch a bass so we can make the show. Better pull up that motor and let's get up and go." Some boat captains were snuggled on their back decks a-dreaming of buying new skeeters, of loose rods and reels, and just scheming on how to tell their missus this close to this Christmas. The water was muddy, as well as was cold. Joe said to his captain, "This kind of fishing gets old." His cousin agreed as he pulled up his bibs. "I heard Santa's always a-watching for big fishy fibs. Maybe we ask Santa for a big bass to strike so we can holler and scream like that crazy guy Ike." Their captain said it don't work that way. You have to put in your time and be willing to stay, to fish really hard and learn what you can so you can hold your head high as a bass fishing man. As the day wore on with the lack of a bite, some anglers began to figure out what the bass fish is like. Some fish really fast, while others slowed down, while using all types of lures that could be pitch flipped and drowned. Joe said a jig might work, or a lizard or trap. A chatterbait might make his big mouth snap on a monster bass. Joe's captain just laughed as Joe made a bad cast. Joe's cousin said, "Wonder what makes these bass tick. While they seem smarter than normal, it just makes me sick of beating these willows and snagging my line, of backlashing my reel and spending this time in finding a foe I cannot defeat." Captain just smiled and looked at his feet. Crackers and cookies, Snickers and Cokes, moon pies and jerky are a part of the poke that fills the needs of this hungry crew. The cousin says it's tough, man, when it's too cold to chew. Joe pitched a jig at an old rusty dock. It fell through the water and then suddenly stopped. The bass hit hard, and then Joe set it harder. The bass wrapped the jig up because the bass was just smarter. Joe's line could not handle the strain of the fight. It broke in two pieces to the fish's delight. The sun was a-sinking, and time had ran out, and Joe and his cousin were down in the mouth. The captain had noticed how hard they had fished, and magic would happen just as they wished. They didn't realize that the best gifts are free, and the time spent on the water doesn't come with a fee. Friendship and knowledge, understanding the bass, satisfaction of winning and losing with class. The boys turned around to hear the captain say, "Appreciate your try and your ability to stay focused and happy with every cast. You learn more losing than catching a bass." Then in amazement they suddenly appeared a skeeter bass boat with 7 reindeer, with a big Yamaha and 2 power poles. It was red as a cherry and it looked like it'd go. Joe and his cousin were shocked when they saw the captain they had wasn't a captain at all. He suddenly changed from denim to deep Christmas red. His boots were a-shining, and with a nod of his head, "Your guys are great. I've got something for you, but you'll have to wait till your time is due. Sometimes in life, we get what we sow, but the presence of friendship are more important, you know." Joe and his cousin realized that Santa was right. It wasn't trophies or glory or pride of the fight. It was time on the lake, more precious than gold, to hold in their hearts as you get withered and old. He tapped his cap as he flew away. Merry Christmas to all from the THSBA. 3.
Welcome THSBA Magazine.
Very good. Congratulations, guys. Good job. We're at Lake Tawakoni this December, the 3rd divisional tournament of the Metroplex Division. Over 132 teams would compete for $3,500 worth of scholarships as well as prizes from Lewis, Strike King, and Academy. But as usually someone does manage to find a good sack of bass. The first place team of Allen of Noah Welbus and Riley Abbey came
Don't
in
look
with
at me.
a nice
You caught him.
sack
Hold
of
on.
19.66 pounds. Adam Lemons and Cooper Webster of Arlington High School had one of the bigger 4 bass limits, placing 4th with their 8.06 total. Third place went to Andrew Wright of Trinity Christian.
Hey, just love to say a thank you to all my sponsors. They really helped today, especially Strike King. Their baits are awesome. Y'all should check them out.
1402. You got over 13. Good job, man. Good job. Big fish you want to weigh? You good?
We're here in Tawakoni at the third stop of the Metroplex Division. Andrew Wright is currently leading now with about 14.5 pounds. Andrew, tell me about your day and how the day went. You fished by yourself, right?
Yes, sir. We started this morning on a little area about, 20 yards long. Caught 6 right off the bat. By 8:30 we were making culls, but a lot of our success today was due to the Strike King bug. I mean, this bait, simple. I mean, when you get them in the package, rip them apart right there, take it. Now what I was sticking it on is you got a 5/16 ounce tungsten with a 3/0 hook, and you'll take it and just, it's a simple Texas rig. I mean, almost everyone knows this. If you don't know this, you definitely need to start throwing it. Big key to our success today, just Texas rig it. Now the trick is a lot of people, they just stick it up in there. Trick is, put it in there, come out through the back, right there, and then stick it back in the bait, so then when that fish grabs it, it comes right off into their face. And that's about it. I want to say thank you to all my sponsors today. Lowrance and Power Pole, Bass Pro, Cabela's, they're just all awesome companies, and if you haven't checked them out, you need to. So that's it.
Well, again, congratulations. I hope your leaderboard stays the way, and like I said, you're right in the way now for about a $2,000 hit on your scholarship fund. By the way, where are you going to try to go to school at this year or next year?
You know what's funny? I'm a sophomore, so I've got a couple more years in high school, but looking forward to maybe A&M, LSU. Got some friends there, but also a new club this past year was started in Commerce, and that's an awesome little college. And one of my best friends actually started that club there. And they've got some sticks out there. I mean, there's some really, really good fishermen, so that's another school definitely to consider.
That's one thing I can always say about this high school stuff. At first off, when we started, again, the learning curve was a little bit big, but as we get further on into the history of the THSBA, the cream is rising to the top, more or less. The kids do take it to a fact that they do what they can to do the best they can on the water, and it's showing up at the leaderboard, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, again, congratulations, and we'll holler at you a little later on.
Yes, sir. We'll see you.
Noah Welbus and Riley Abbey of Allen High School weighed in a 5 bass limit of 19.66 that took first place at the Tawakoni Open and helped solidify Allen's team championship for the tournament.
I'm Noah Welbus.
And I'm Riley Abbey.
And we're from Allen High School.
Well, I tell you what, 19, almost 20 pounds today. Oh my gosh, what a great sack on a day that was really a tough day with this high pressure. A lot of people struggle. Tell me what you did.
Started off the morning. We were actually even on the lake a little late, but fished some brush, a little drop off, and that wasn't working for us. So we tried to make a move for the dam. Went through some really rough water, and it was a rough ride. And we got to the dam, and it was too rough to fish. So we started working our way back towards the ramp. We found a little cove on the main lake, and we started fishing that. We went to a marina type area, and Riley over here, he threw his jig in there, and he caught our second biggest fish. We started with our second biggest fish. And then after that, we moved out into the main part of that little cove and started throwing lipless crankbaits, and we were catching them a lot on that. We caught 3 of our smallest ones in a row, and then our last fish of the day was on the lipless crankbait as well. And we also, I thought I had a big one on, but it was just a big striper, so we got a little excited on that, but just had the 5
when I
fish.
looked at your sack, I think I've been excited all day.
Oh yeah, it was exciting.
Is there anybody you want to thank? Your sponsors or captain?
We'd like to thank our captain, Mr. Jason Anderson. He He really supports the team. We really appreciate what he does. Yep.
Is this the best y'all done in any tournament?
Yes,
so
sir.
far?
This is.
Alright, both of y'all sophomores?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We're
sir.
sophomores.
Y'all got a long way to go. I
Yep.
tell you what, got a good career ahead of you.
Yep.
I tell you what, well, I'm really congratulate you again on
Thank
the
you.
day today. I wouldn't have thought that. I knew that. I was kind of like thinking that if a person got in the right spot at the right time, and I noticed you said the J word a while ago, saying jig.
Yeah.
I noticed a lot of kids weren't throwing jigs; they were throwing moving baits like spinner baits. But on this lake right here, a jig will get you a big bite all the time.
it is.
Looks like to me y'all did a great job.
Thank you.
Congratulate you, and again, watch for you on the THSBA video. It'll be out in a couple weeks.
All right. Thank you.
I'll let you later.
See you.
Second place went to Grapevine's Carson Kirka and Bryce Kane with 15.36. We apologize we didn't get any video on the boys, but we'll catch them a little later on this next spring. Guys, once again, we'll remind every high school angler about our Fun and Sun Big Bass Challenge. All you have to do is to send a video of you catching a big bass, either practicing, during the tournament, or just fun fishing. Send the video to bass@thsba.net. Also, if you can tell us about what technique you use, the bait, or any special tips you have or you want to share. Try to weigh the bass, but if not, we'll have to eyeball it to decide who wins. Be sure to keep the video length less than 2 minutes. After submitting your video, hit like and subscribe, and you'll be entered for a $100 gift card from Fun and Sun Sport Sales. You can submit as many times as you want.